Ladies and gentlemen, your hosts, Lorelei and Space Deviant.
1998's Dark City is an underrated masterpiece.
Impossible.
We have seen it with our own eyes.
Oh, this sci-fi noir mystery sports an amazing cast, stellar sets, beautiful cinematography, and eerie lighting.
Daylight. When was the last time you remember seeing it?
Even the soundscape, it all pulls you into this dark, dreamy world.
Although I love John Murdock as a character, his journey is more of a superhero's journey. For me, the true hero of Dark City is Frank Bumstead.
Bumstead.
Played by the ever-talented William Hurt.
Inspector Bumstead.
Our stalwart inspector, a noir detective at his best, goes from having been born yesterday, like everyone else in this floating spacesuit, to being the only person, John Murdock included, who gets to see, at least briefly, what is truly going on in the city.
There's no way out.
Time and again, it's Frank's relentless nature that drives him onward to unravel the mystery.
Get in!
He trusts his own instincts.
What kind of killer do you think stops to save a dying fish?
And his ability to read people.
Give me the gun, Doctor.
Inspector, he is more disturbed than we thought.
I may not be the judge of personality that you are, Doctor, but you're the one who looks disturbed to me.
In the end, fearlessly, he joins John in tearing down the very walls of their reality.
No! No! John! Stop!
Without a word having to pass between the two men.
The drive for truth, a literal sledgehammer against the wall of lies.
He goes out in a blaze of glory. And by his end, John Murdock is able to free the city from the darkness and build a beautiful world of light, hope, and potential for love. And I believe that Inspector Frank Bumstead would feel that bringing light to Dark City was something worth dying for.
It's beautiful.
It was a gift from my mother. She died recently. I keep it with me to remind me of her.
I'm sorry.
It's a funny thing, though. I can't remember when she gave it to me. How do you think I could forget a thing like that?
Classic noir sci-fi. Now, one of the things that makes this so good is because it's not trying to be a specific time. It's everywhere from like the late 20s to the late 50s, early 60s. Like there's a good 30, 40 year just American noir. Like, oh, I love the automats with the cafeteria style with the little food. We used to be a civilized country, but that kind of stuff. One of the great things about this movie is because it ends up being set on let's just call it a proverbial spaceship of sorts. It's an alien approximation of what a thing was. So nothing has to be perfect or authentic or period or real. You get so much, does it look cool?
Yeah.
And oh, does it look cool?
Yeah. They just wipe people's minds and, oh yeah, go about their day.
Oh, the concept's great.
Yeah.
The concept's one of the best concepts as far as what you could really see an alien species doing, like an experiment, like a very sick, they went to Earth, they captured people up over, let's just say the course of probably 20, 30 years, right? Collecting random people is what it seems like.
One guy seemed like he was there his whole life. The main John, or they don't really specify either. So it could have been, but the doctor never really, he's like, we don't remember. I don't remember.
First, there was darkness. Then came the strangers. They abducted us and brought us here. This city, everyone in it, is their experiment. They mix and match our memories as they see fit, trying to divine what makes us unique.
So they could have been breeding here for years, or it could have just been 5 years ago. Or it could have been 3 months ago.
It seemed like it was since he was a kid because he didn't remember, any of his childhood. And that seemed to be like where everything was tracking from. Like he had fragments of memories that he was trying to draw from. So that may have been some of the last times, but they never fully specify, but.
Glad to have you back, Johnny. Even if it is for just a night.
I don't think those were even his memories. Those were just the junk memories that didn't transfer correctly from the batch or the last batch of implants, right? Because the guy whose memory he had that got burned in the fire, he doesn't have the burns. So he's not that guy. You're not that guy.
You are confused, aren't you? Frightened. That's all right. I can help you. Who is this? I am a doctor. Now you must listen to me. You have lost your memory. There was an experiment. Something went wrong. Your memory was erased. Do you understand me?
No, I don't understand. What the hell is going on here?
Just listen. There are people coming for you, even as we speak. You must not let them find you. You must leave now.
He's not the killer. He doesn't have the burns of the killer. So the real guy, whoever the real guy was that they took those memories out of and they played squishy squash with, had a burn on his arm. But that's not our John Murdock. That was the original John Murdock. I think, at least this is how I'm interpreting it.
Huh?
What is that? It's a scar.
You burnt your arm pretty bad in the fire. What does it mean, Johnny?
It means these are all lies.
But it could have also been a partial fictitious character, and there could have been, some real memories and some fake memory wash, and they were just,
We don't know how much of that was him and how much wasn't, and the ice cream shop was real and the school was real, but the fire was from somebody else, or because they say they play mix and match. One of the concepts in this movie that I very much like is the idea of the indomitable human spirit.
But I wanted to know what it was like. How you feel.
You know how I was supposed to feel. That person isn't me. It never was. You wanted to know what it was about us that made us human. Well, you're not gonna find it in here. You went looking in the wrong place.
That even if you do suck out our personalities, like the core of who we are, there is a human essence there. It's going to reemerge. I mean, that's why Frank's my favorite character.
Shell Beach. That's where you want to go, isn't it? The ocean.
Why are you doing this? And what do you hope to gain by helping me? The truth.
Because he starts out as the classic hard as nails noir cop. And I'll give Jennifer Connelly this. She 100% was ride or die for her man, stood by, even though he didn't remember her.
And aside, Mrs. Murdock.
Run!
No one ever listens to me.
She threw herself at the detective so he could get away. Like, they made us like Jennifer Connelly early in the movie. It's so easy to establish. It took them, 15 seconds? It took them because we know Frank's not going to hit a woman or shoot through a woman or do anything like that. He's a classic good guy detective.
You're trying to make me go soft. Well, you can save your oil. I don't go soft for anybody.
Oh, I was going to say, with the other, that was only, he had only just become detective was the way I understood it. They had just made him a detective because the other guy had started to basically go crazy because he could see. He was starting to figure it out, put things together. And between going crazy / them making him go crazy, he took the bus route.
You saw something, didn't you, Eddie? Something to do with the case.
There is no case. There never was. It's all just a big joke. It's a joke.
or train, sorry.
This is where I like Frank's character so much, because that guy that ended himself on the train, the former detective, he figured it out, and he was right there on the precipice. But rather than having that John Murdock, that Frank Bumstead integrity of like, I'm gonna beat the brakes off this thing, I'm not quitting. And it's like he had that drive almost, but it was driving him mad.
Well, also the other guy, because he figured it out, they fired him. You know, those beings using, they using through the police force fired him. So
Can't get out of the city. Believe me, I've tried.
If he had not have ended himself, and again, I'm talking theory. In the story, it goes great. Okay, I'm not really, this is not a true complaint about Dark City. Dark City's arguably perfect.
Perfection.
But I'm just talking about the moral framework beneath the story of Dark City. So I'm looking at Dark City as if it's a real tale. Like if these are just legit real people on a legit real evil spaceship. Okay. About the human character, I wish if the detective hadn't ended himself, he could have been a boon.
To join with them.
He'd have just been crazy on the trains. Like, I'm living in the trains now.
Get it? I built this place. Down here, I make the rules. Down here, I make the threats. Down here, I'm God.
Okay, but they could have gone and got him. Like, no, Train Hermit's right.
I was right! Behold the mermaid!
Then he gets that moment of vindication. I hate this idea we can't say certain words. And so then we can't discuss suicide if we can't say the word suicide.
Let me see if I got this straight. In order to be grounded, I've got to be crazy. And I must be crazy to keep flying. But if I ask to be grounded, that means I'm not crazy anymore and I have to keep flying.
You've got it. That's catch-22.
You think the world's crazy? You think it's driving you crazy? You're right. It probably is against you in some degree or the other. Don't quit. There are good people out there. Go to your local Catholic church. It's probably help. But, even if you don't decide to go that route, stay the course. Don't let these bastards grind you down and make you throw yourself in front of a train.
Never give up, never surrender.
You're not crazy for no reason, but don't quit. Stay in the game. That's, again, what makes Frank Bumstead so admirable, because he didn't have John's powers. John Murdock knew.
Oh, yeah.
He did his tuning. He knew there was something more to it. Frank, he saw him tune in the end once, but he was already kind of a true believer even before he saw that.
Yeah, he showed him levitating the journal. He's like, how about this? And he's like, oh, now I believe you.
Yep.
There's no questioning at that point.
There has to be an explanation for this somewhere.
Explain this.
To me, one of the greatest moments in cinema when they're taking the sledgehammer to their wall of reality, to the Beach City wall of like, oh, is this supposed to stop us? Don't say a word. They just pick up hammers and get to work. And yes, that is the porthole he ends up dying out of it, taking down 4 of the strangers.
I don't know if he killed the other ones. He at least killed one. Yeah, they think he shot the others, and they're like...
Shot one. There's another one that shot but didn't die.
I think you have to shoot him in the head. And one got sucked out into space. He shot a few of them at least, but...
Yeah, but he got to see it. As he's going into space, sure, his brain's dying, his eyes are freezing up or whatever. But we get to know he is conscious for just a moment.
Gets to see the whole entirety of the experiment.
And John will never get to see that. John fixed it. John Murdock fixes it. He brings light to the darkness. He makes it a beautiful city on a hill, floating of sorts.
Well, John you can see it in his mind's eye kind of thing, because he can remake it.
I think there's something to be said that as Frank dies, Frank gets to see it.
He gets to see it.
It's the idea of a Moses. Moses never going to get to the promised land, but he got to see it. That imperfect soul, but he got to glimpse what it really was before he died. I think it's beautiful and poetic. So underrated. The practical effects still hold up. When the city is shifting around and they're growing and moving.
Oh, for 90s, that was great.
Oh, and we hadn't even brought up
Doctor
Sutherland, Kiefer Sutherland, being spooky. They went out of their way to make him unattractive because, you know, and I think they did a good job because I love me some Kiefer Sutherland. So,
What if it works?
but even as a big Kiefer Sutherland fan, he was not handsome in this movie. They very much made him. He was in that role.
Maggots, Michael. You're eating maggots. How do they taste?
had his eye all like scrunched up.
Oh, and just the way and his movement, and the way, you know, the way he was breathing. Like he's a really good actor. The way they show his cleverness because he knows they don't like water.
Most unfortunate it is that we were forced to seek you out here. You know how uncomfortable we find all this moisture.
See, again, the indomitable human spirit. Even though they took his memories, he still had his intelligence, that raw intelligence. And he managed to think his way around. And it's also kind of in the Gandalf wizard sense, or...
Yeah, in a lot of ways.
Murdock was the Aragorn.
Getting the hang of it, John. Maybe one day I'll be working for you.
This is the machine the strangers use to amplify their thoughts. The machine that changes their world. You must take control of it. You must make the machine yours. I know you can beat them, John. But you must concentrate.
He had to fight the battle to a degree. That wasn't a battle he could fight, but he could prepare him for it, or he could help him on the way. And knowing your role...
Know your role and shut your mouth!
And playing that to the best of your ability, and not being envious of someone who might have a different, more front-facing role than you. This is all hero stuff. This is all the stuff that, because every one of them was a hero. The Doctor was a hero. Frank was a hero. John was a hero. All of them played their parts beautifully. The actors did, but also the characters.
Right.
As men, as humans. It goes back to the picking up the fish and putting him in the tub. That was so ingrained in who he was that no matter if you took all his memories away, how he acted.
That was the thing that keyed off the detective. What psychopath, what killer would go back and save a fish?
Are we, in fact, more than the mere sum of our memories?
We're more than our memories, and that's what the aliens could never get. In the soul.
This one is still warm. What is it? The recollections of a great lover? A catalogue of conquests? We will soon find out. You wouldn't appreciate that, would you, Mr. Whatever your name is? Not the sort of conquests you would ever understand.
These evil alien overlords will never understand what it is to be human or have a soul.
You know what? They did the Brighter Days memory erasure treatment to me, so I'm having trouble remembering the details. They're foggy because at the Brighter Days clinic, they do the memory erasure, you know?
What? Is that a joke?
You know what? I'll have to go back to the clinic and see if they can restore my memory.
Working with rats, Dr. Sachter and his team administered a very mild shock to the animals' feet when they entered this triangle-shaped area of a small chamber. The rats learned quickly and remembered to steer clear of the shock area. But after their brains were injected with a simple molecule called zip, the rats forgot about the shocks and headed right back to the danger zone.
Because you're more than the sum of your parts. What they all were capable of. The sacrifice and stick-with-itiveness, the endurance. John's big moment in the end, Murdock's big showdown, which is how much was the second or third Matrix ripped off of that fight?
Oh yeah.
The floating
there's so much
psychic battle.
So much they ripped off of it. Again, the colors.
Oh yeah, the colors, the green, black.
Another thing that we had talked about whenever we were watching it is how basically it's made all these direct references to the Greek gods, to Roman gods. And even his name is the equivalent. Murdock is the equivalent to Zeus in Sumerian, I think it was. Yeah. He is Zeus, essentially, and...
Well, I know, and there was a Poseidon's theater that was abandoned.
Not Poseidon, it was...
Neptune's.
Neptune's.
Yeah.
Neptune's something or another. Neptune is the equivalent to the father of Zeus. It's equivalent to the Titan. Had a lot of metaphors and a lot of analogies that they used.
Yeah, I mean, you could make like they're the Titans and eating their children kind of thing. You could sort of make a metaphor for that, and then he's, Zeus that gets swallowed and has to raise up and free everybody. It's nice to see a movie that's not written by committee.
Dark City was very much the creation of Australian filmmaker Alex Proyas, with him not only directing the movie, but also coming up with its story, co-writing the screenplay, and co-producing.
Or that they're trying to shove some kind of psyop down your throat. It's like, it's a story. There's other ideas to the story, but they're not trying to push their new idea.
Because this story is so good. I mean, we're only doing one episode on it. But if I really wanted to, I could pick, because the story's so good, I could pick this story apart 6 ways from Sunday and do half a dozen episodes on it. I could do a romance episode on, their true love and whether or not, knowing a person or knowing a person's history.
Do you know if Shell Beach is around here?
I think that's it, just over there. I'm headed that way myself. Would you like to join me?
Sure.
I'm sure she's going to fall back in love with him, even though he's got memories that she doesn't. We kind of were left knowing that. What the ethics of the scientist, the Kiefer Sutherland's character.
So they allowed me to keep my skills as a scientist because they needed them. But they made me delete everything else. Can you imagine what it is like being forced to erase your own past?
Him not dying. Him erasing his own memories and not dying on that hill. Was that right? Was that not right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, because the movie's so good, because the story itself has such integrity, it has such meat on the bones. Like, you could chew on it all afternoon. Love this movie so much. It's one of my all-time favorites.
It's a great one.
Her outfits. I'm gonna be a girl for a second. Oh my Lord.
When marimba rhythms start to play, dance with me, make me sway.
I love her dresses so much. She's doing the singer, the vintage, and she's just gorgeous. She's just pretty as a picture. I don't know, I think she's like 22 or something at this point. And she's a ridiculously beautiful woman, but I think she's just probably as pretty as she ever was in this movie.
25, something like that, yeah.
Early 20s, gorgeous, just as beautiful as can be. And they were all, oh man, there's just, I think you were just saying it, there was just nothing subversive. No. There's nothing ham-fisted. The guy was trying to tell me a story so bad, and he loved this story, and he told it to me. Even the little stuff, like the scene of him getting the wallet, like him first opening the automat window to get his wallet out. But he uses the force or the tuning to do it.
Yeah.
There's so much care taken with the scenes and making sure they're beautiful and making sure they're noir. They use the angles. You know what I mean? They use the
shots, and they got the first fight where they were on the clock and they had all the ropes pulling, and the one hand just chops the back of the head off, and crab squid thing that's great. Mr. Hand is no more.
No more, Mr. Quick. Mr. Quick, dead.
The really dark one that injected himself with the John Murdock ones and went evil, and he really did go full killer.
We have forgotten what happened last time when we...
Yes. Poor
Poor Mr.
We have not forgotten. If Mr. Hand wishes to make this sacrifice for the greater good, so be it.
Again, it's theological, but it's so good, this idea, this artificial creature, this, oh, you think you're so, it was like the Borg in a sense, as far as being a hive mind.
Yeah.
You're super intelligent, but you can't think your way into having a soul. You can't think your way into feelings.
They're so hive mind, they don't have the individuality to be able to understand that, some of those concepts.
That's where the soul lays.
Everything matters. Everything we do matters.
It's a beautiful movie. If you have not seen it in a while, and I know it's easy for these classics to get away, I highly recommend taking another look at Dark City. You won't regret it.
Give it another watch. Tell us what you think.
Down below in the comments. And regardless, thank you for being here.
America, built to last. Yeah, that's right. No, that's right. They be flying that flag all night. Red, white, and blue.
Thank you for joining us here today. Oh, we really do appreciate your time. I'm Lorelei, and this is
Space Deviant.
And together, we are Southern Fried Cinema Siblings. And remember, the most important story is the story you tell yourself, so
make it a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. You're still here, are you? Well, why don't you make yourself useful? Click the share button. Click the subscribe button. May as well go ahead and click for the next episode, too.